We'll now turn our attention to the PGA Tour event of the week, which is the John Deere Classic. The field isn't the strongest in the world. There's a lot of notable names missing, but it is an event people will take seriously, particularly those that haven't qualified for the Open yet, because it presents a final opportunity for them to qualify for the Open at Birkdale. So a lot of guys will be taking this tournament seriously. It's played at TPC Deere Run. It's another one of these courses where you just got to keep your game tidy. It's not necessarily about booming the ball 375 yards with every tee. It's more about keeping it in play and being in control of your game, executing your short game and having a good week putting. If we look at winners of the past, it's people like Jordan Spieth, Ryan Moore won it last year, Zach Johnson. These aren't, huge hitters. These are guys that keep it in play and give them an opportunity to score. 7,200 odd yards. It's a par 71. 6 or 7 years ago, Paul Goydos shot a 59 there. So, it's usually a very low score that wins a tournament. You've got to average sort of 4 or 5 under par per round. And it ends up sort of 17, 18, 19, 20 under par. So it's one of those courses, scoring course. So we're going to look towards guys that are going to keep it in play. One thing I'm wary of in fields like this, I noticed this, the Spieths aren't there, the McIlroys aren't there, the Dustin Johnsons aren't there. The big names are missing. So sometimes it's easy to look towards the top end of the market for familiar names, and you miss out on some value at the bottom of the field. I am a bit cautious about that. Remember, guys are trying to qualify for the Open, so their motivation is there. So sometimes it's useful to look towards the other end of the field. I mean, the bookies are offering odds up to 500 to 1, so it's worth looking down the bottom end of the field as well. But having said that, I'm going to go completely against that and stick, mainly to the top. I'm going to look past Daniel Berger, 12 to 1, as good as he is this year, as many victories as he is. Can't take him at 12 to 1. Brian Harman is 16. That's a good price. He's been a winner on this channel this year. Kevin Kistner, Danny Lee, Charlie Hoffman, Carl Stanley, Steve Stricko's 22 to 1. I'm going to start with Zach Johnson. That'll be my first one. He's coming in at around 28 to 1. The Open champion, 2015. Former Masters champion. Just tidy. We'll leave it at that. He definitely keeps it in play. So we can't really ignore him to this week. So we're going to take Zach Johnson as our first selection. This is someone. The next one is Ryan Moore. I'm going to go for. I haven't been on him that recently. He had a sort of a blip in his form recently, Ryan Moore. He is a player that we look to back as often as we can. He's someone who he's kind of overlooked a lot of the time, but people who know golf betting, they know about him. 33, 35 to 1 this week, that sort of price. We'll be looking at him. We'll be looking at Charles Howell, who's just been in tremendous form the last couple of weeks. I don't think he's won as many tournaments as he should have done for the potential he has. I think last tournament he won was years ago. But I think he's coming into a bit of form. Maybe it's time for him to pick up another, and in a field like this, he should stand out. And we've followed Kevin Na the last couple of weeks. We'll do so again in this field. This particular field, he's a name that stands out. He's very talented. Hasn't really capitalised on the talent he has. Maybe he will this week. So we'll certainly look at Kevin Na at sort of 40 to 1. Bubba Watson 50 to 1. I mean, whenever you see Bubba at these sort of mad numbers in a crazy field, just take him. Don't think about it, because although he's not consistent week to week, if you look at his actual form, he's tied 70 in the Greenbrier, missed a cut in the Travellers, missed a cut in the US Open, but then 2 weeks before that US Open on the 1st of June, he was tied 6th in the Memorial. He missed the cut in the Players the week before that. So it's up and down. And then the week before that in the Zurich, he was tied 5th, the Zurich Classic. So this is what I'm saying. Someone with his type of game, he's a boomer. It's always going to be difficult to maintain that swing perfectly every week, to put in consistent results every week. He's not going to be someone who's going to be tied 30, tied 20, tied 10, 1, 3rd, 4th. He's not going to be consistent in the top 30s because of that swing he has. It's just very difficult to maintain. But any given week, Bubba Watson is as talented as anybody. That short game is obscene. When the putter's working, you know the rest. I'm not going to look past Bubba Watson at 50-1 in a field like this. Whether he places, whether he wins, whatever, that is value. 50-1 in this sort of field. We're going to take Bubba Watson at 50-1 and we'll think no further about it. We'll also look at Bryson DeChambeau, who I bet last week. He was pretty good the first couple of rounds, but he came to life in the fourth round and actually finished in the top sort of 15. Yeah, DeChambeau, the guy with all club lengths the same length. I think we discussed that last week. I just think he's in a nice touch and he's a talented player. He's going to do a lot in the game. So 40-1, we're going to take Bryson DeChambeau, and I think that'll be it. I mean, I did mention going for the bigger numbers. I haven't actually done that. We've got William McGirt 66-1. Looking down the list, Harold Varner 100-1. Jeff Ogilvie. These could be people to look at. I'm not going to do it. Boo Weekly 100-1. I'm going to stick with all I had. Zach Johnson, Ryan Moore, Charles Howell, Kevin Nair, Bubba Watson and Bryson DeChambeau. These are over the 7 places, a fifth of the odds. Betfair Sportsbook. Good luck with your selections. Please comment if there's anyone you fancy this week. Like and subscribe. Good luck with this tournament and see you next time.